Hey guys, Dave with BlazinBonez here, just coming at you on this awesome Wednesday afternoon. Today we are going to make some backyard spare ribs. So check this out. We are going to use some of our Dirty South rib rub with some of our spicy garlic. And we're going to be glazing it today with some Big Salinas BBQ Sauce. So let's get to trimming. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take this rack of ribs. Now these are pork spare ribs, but they are actually set up as St. Louis cut. So what they basically did is they cut all of the extra riblets, the small cartilage pieces off, and kind of squared it up for us, but we're gonna go a little bit further. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is you got this little fat flap underneath here. We're gonna go ahead and cut that off. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and get all of these little pieces of extra fat. Get that little piece off over here. Okay, now this thick part right here is called the membrane. We're going to go ahead and peel that up, rip that off. So let's go ahead and get this rack trimmed. All right, now that we got these rib racks trimmed, okay, we got a nice square cut. Membranes are removed, the extra fat flaps are removed, so it's a nice trimmed out piece. I'm gonna lay them down bone side up. I'm gonna go ahead and use a binder. Today we're gonna use some yellow mustard. Once I get the yellow mustard on here, we're gonna go ahead and hit a base layer of the spicy garlic, give it a good liberal dusting, and we're gonna go over the top of it with this new Dirty South red dirt. Flip these over. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now that these are all good and seasoned, we're gonna go ahead and bring these out to the grill. I've preheated my drum smoker to about 250 to 275 degrees. Put these right on the rack and I'm going to let them cook till they get a beautiful red color. So let's go. All right guys, so ribs have been on the drum for about 1 hour. I'm going to go ahead and lift the lid, take a look. See, they're cooking, getting some decent color. What you want to do is you want to check to make sure that the seasoning stays on the ribs and that the seasoning is set, which in this case it is. So let's go make our baste. All right guys, we're here and we're going to make our baste for these ribs. Okay, so we're going to start off with our staple, some apple juice. Okay, don't use nectar or cider, use juice. It won't burn and it'll keep those ribs real moist and give them a sweet flavor. We're also, to salt it up a little bit, we're going to add a little bit of the soy sauce, and then to kind of give it a little kick, today we're going to use some Dirty South dirty sauce. You can get this stuff at DirtySouthBBQ.com. Grab yourself a bottle, it's a game changer. So Go ahead and carefully pour this into our bottle. I'm going to go ahead, it's about yay full, okay? Just enough to go ahead and spray them. You don't need a whole lot of baste, but this is about what we're going to go with. So with that, I'm going to take some soy sauce, and I'll probably give it, you know, for all you bar frequenters, I'm going to give it a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to use our dirty sauce. This one we're not going to need a lot. Okay, so probably a 2 count. 1, 2. All you'll do, pop your top on, shake it up. Let's go spray some ribs. Alright guys, so like I said, it's been about an hour. Okay. We've got a little bit of discoloration, but that's mainly because of the bone. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just take this and we're just going to spritz them. Get them nice and wet. Keep these things basted. Oh, that smells good. Get them nice and wet. And with that, we're going to let them cook. And we'll check back in about 30 minutes to make sure that what we're going to be looking for is that the meat is pulling away from the bone. And we're going to look for a nice, good color, even color on top. So we still got some time as the bones are still hiding in there. You can't really see them. So we'll check back in about 30 minutes. Alright guys, ribs have been on for about 2 hours. Basting them every 30 minutes. Go ahead and give them another quick spray. Getting some really good even color. And you can see those bones are popping out. So let's go ahead and get these things wrapped up. Go ahead and pull them out. Check the bottoms. Beautiful color. All right, let's go wrap them. All right, guys, the ribs are off the pit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and wrap them up in foil. Let them kind of stew in some sweetness and some butter, and let them finish off inside of this foil. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with about half a stick of butter here. Cut it up into slices. We're going to go ahead and we'll set them on the foil here. I'm going to take some brown sugar. I'm going to go with about a handful. Just put it up on top of the butter. Then we're going to take some Big Salinas BBQ Sauce. You can get this online at BigSalinasBBQ.com. Look for them on Instagram, Facebook. Real great product. Good, nice thin cooking sauce. Okay, but it's also real good dipping. I drink this straight out of the bottle. But right now, I'm just going to put a nice layer of it on the foil. About that much. I'm going to go ahead and take our first rack of ribs and lay them face down so that the bone side is up. Knock off any little spurs so that we don't poke the foil. I'm going to take the other half of a stick of butter right on top here. Take some more brown sugar, another handful. Sprinkle it all on top. Cover it again with the Big Salinas BBQ Sauce. We're going to wrap these up. You want to wrap them up pretty tight, not super tight, but you want them tight. So we'll go ahead and just fold that over. Fold this side over. Hold up our ends. Voila. Let's do the second rack. Half a stick of butter. Brown sugar. Barbecue sauce. Rack of ribs face down. Knock off on the spurs. Other half a stick of butter. A little more brown sugar. A little more Big Salinas. Wrap them up. Good to go. We'll put these back on the pit. Probably take them about another 2 hours to stew in this, but in about an hour we're going to go ahead and check the temperature on these. We're going for an internal temperature of about 205 degrees. Those will get you the fall off the bone texture. Slide that bone right out and it's just super tender and juicy. So let's put these back on, let them stew in their juices. We'll check back when it's time to check the temp. All right, guys. The ribs have been on for about another 2 hours. We're gonna go ahead and open them up. Look at that. See, all that meat is torn away from the bone. These are gonna be fall off the bone tender. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna check the temperature on these right in between the bones. Pop it in there. Look at that. 211. Good there. So we're going to go ahead and let these rest for about 20 minutes and we're going to throw a glaze on them. We'll be ready to slice.